Travel Girlie's itinerary will help you to travel to Sri Lanka in 50,000 flights included for 7 days. Yes, you heard me right. Sri Lanka is completely visa free, and the one that you see on the screen is the credible one. That's the official from Sri Lankan government. Use that link and just place a request for your ETA. They revert back in 24 to 48 hours. Talking about currency exchange, there are two ways to do it. Either you can, because it's a cash heavy economy, you need to carry cash. You can either get it converted into Lankan rupees, which is denoted by LKR, or you can get it converted into USD, travel to Sri Lanka, and then get it converted at local exchange shops. What I did was I converted them to USD and took it to Sri Lanka. I converted some amount at BOC at the Colombo terminal, and the rest I got converted through local currency exchange shops. Now, starting with the itinerary, day one was in Colombo, and I went to two temples, which is Gangaramaya and Seema Malaka temple. You can visit both at the same ticket, so you just pay once, and they are nearby at the Beer Lake, which makes it scenic and beautiful. Next, I went to Colombo Tower, which is an iconic landmark and a must visit, in my opinion. I suggest you include Pixel Bloom in your ticket price, let your inner child come out. And the observatory provides great views, and you can enjoy the sunset, the magnificent lights scintillating back from that height. It's worth your while. You can stay the night in Colombo and get ready for Kandy next day. Now, a tip for budget travelers: for your transfer from Colombo to Kandy, you can opt for a fully air conditioned bus. These are like traveler buses, and they are very comfortable. You just need to go to PETA bus stand and board one, and it comes at 1/10 the price of a private cab or an Uber that you would have picked. So, never let budget stop you from traveling. Now, moving on to my itinerary for Kandy, I visited the Kandy Lake and I literally walked around the periphery of the entire lake. There are so many ducks, so many types of birds. It's a very, very serene view to soak in, and I believe you should definitely take that route. On the lake is situated the Sri Dalada temple and some other old ruins that you would want to see. Currently, what you see on the screen is the Queen's Bath, surrounded by Kandy Lake itself. It's a scenic view. You can locally explore Kandy and the cuisine of Sri Lanka for the evening. I stayed in Kandy for 2 nights. The next day, I took a day trip to Sigiriya and Dambulla, which are almost on the same route. For this particular day trip, I booked a full day cab, which would first take me to Sigiriya, to Dambulla, and then back to Kandy. The views on the way are just amazing. You can see so many local temples on the sides. One good thing that happened was my driver parked in the locals' parking. Had he parked in the foreign tourist parking, it would have costed me much more. So, one pro tip for you: if you can get yourself that kind of parking, it would save you some money. You'll probably have to walk a kilometer or so, but the scenes are worth it. I think it's better if you take a walk before the climb. It's a rigorous 1400 steps to climb. The stairs are made of stone as well as metal, but once you reach the top, it's breathtakingly beautiful. You can see the top of Sigiriya from there, and you can also see the Pidurangla rock, which is an alternate to climbing Sigiriya, but I think Sigiriya is worth it. Then on your way back, you can head to Dambulla Golden Cave Temple. There are so many graffitis that you would find on the way, and the temple is a good place to find some peace. You can spend the night in Kandy, explore local cuisine. My recommendation is try cheese egg kottu. I then took a transfer from Kandy to Elavaya Nuvareli and saw so many beautiful plantations on the side on my way. The temperature really drops down to 15-16 degrees, and it's amazing. The weather was so pleasant outside. There were so many pockets on the way where it was cloudy, foggy, and the romantic in me was literally dancing. Once you reach Ella, you can explore the nightlife. This is a very lively place and probably the best nightlife in Sri Lanka after Colombo. You can explore local Sri Lankan cuisine. I I never really miss an opportunity to try local food. Next morning, start early for a sunrise hike to Little Adams Peak. Trust me, every step of the way is so serene, and you'll thank me later that I suggested this to you. Once you reach the top, you can see so many mountains and the sun rising from behind them. I went somewhere around in December, so the sunrise was supposed to happen between 5 to 6. So I started at 5:30 and I was able to make it in 40 minutes. On your way back, you'll find the Flying Ravana zipline. There are a bunch of other adventure sports that they offer, but I mainly wanted to do the zipline since it gives a good view of the Little Adams Peak. On your way further down, head to Nine Arches Bridge. The way to Nine Arches Bridge is sort of a jungle hike, but it's an iconic landmark, and once you reach there, you will understand why. For the second half of my day, I took a transfer from Ella to Mirisa with a detour to Yala National Park. You get to see so many elephants bathing, water buffaloes, different sorts of birds, monkeys, rabbits. We wanted to spot a leopard, but unfortunately, I was not able to. Regardless, the experience is serene. And the sunset safari is a good option if you don't want to go in the morning because you get to see the sunset. For Mirisa and Hikadu, I recommend you book your accommodation near the beach or at the beach because there's no way you should miss waking up to an ocean view. It really makes your day. My hosts were kind enough to offer me breakfast, which included coconut sambal, Sri Lankan dal, omelette, and string hoppers. Kotu has been my favorite throughout my journey. Your next transfer is to Hikadu. I suggest you book a snorkeling session to swim with turtles, take a guided tour, and ask for an action camera package so that you can capture the brilliant moments under the ocean. The marine life and the corals are just amazing to look at. In the same tour, you'd be able to look at some sea turtles swimming if you go a little deeper during snorkeling. A lot of people would want to surf also, so you can definitely take surfing lessons. I think these coastlines along Sri Lanka are one of the clearest, cleanest, and definitely must visit. My last stops before flying out were Gaul and Colombo. You can spend some time shopping at Peta Floating Market or One Gaul Face Mall for some tea, spices, souvenirs before flying out. Now, coming to the major costs, I took flights to and from Hyderabad. The round trip cost me around 20,000 rupees. My accommodations were a mix of dorms as well as private rooms costing about 1000 to 1500 per night. And on average, meals cost 600 to 700 each. Now, these are some of the activities, and I paid locally in LKR. The zip line at Ella costed me 11,000 LKR. Snorkeling on Hikadu, along with the action camera package, costed me somewhere around 4,000 LKR. The Yala Safari with transfer as well as Yala tickets, which is a discounted one for SARC individuals, around 26,000 LKR. The Sigiriya tickets for SARC individuals is discounted, Indians included, costed around 6,500 LKR, and the cab transfer from Kandy to Sigiriya and back costed me around 20,000 LKR. The Colombo Tower tickets, including Pixel Bloom, costed me around 6,500 LKR, and each temple costs around 500 LKR for entry. Follow your travel girlie for more such content. My mission is to enable everyone who dreams to travel to actually do so. I am new at content creation, but I hope I'll get better. Thanks for all your support. See you another time.